Dormition Church in the Volotovo field exterior. History of creation. The following entry appears in the First Novgorod Chronicle of 1352. Quote, Moses the Archbishop of Novgorod built a stone church in the honor of the Dormition of the Mother of God in the Volotovo field. Unquote. In 1363, the church in the Moses monastery was frescoed. The wall painting was ordered by Velikiy, a quote, pious archbishop, unquote. A famous fresco painted above the southern portal of the Dormition church depicted both archbishops in front of the Virgin Mary with the Christ child on her lap. Moses presents a model of the temple to them. In the 19th century, at the bottom of the apse, a layer of fresco created earlier than other murals of the ensemble was discovered. Some researchers date this ancient layer to 1352, when the church was built, while the main layer, according to the Chronicle, is dated 1363. Others extend the time ranges and date the earliest of them to 1363, and the latest ones to the 1380s and 1390s. However, all the researchers agree that the frescoes of the Volotovo church are a monument organically associated with the Byzantine art of the Paleologos dynasty period. Location of the church. The Church of the Dormition was built outside Novgorod, on the outskirts of a small village, near some ancient mounds. Since the old times, this place has been called the Volotovo field. The name is associated either with Velis or Volos, a pagan god, or with the Volots, which is one of the names of the Finno-Ugric tribes. It may also originate from a proper noun and mean a private property owned by the man named Volot. Nowadays, the temple is inside the village. However, it is still one of the main architectural monuments of the historical landscape on the bank of the Malay Volhovets River. History of the church. The Dormition church was built as part of the monastery. The number of its dwellers was gradually decreasing, and by the end of the 17th century, there was practically no one living there. That is why, in 1764, it was deprived of its monastery status, while the church received the status of a parish church. Renovations and repaintings from different years were not fundamental. The aim was to preserve the original architectural shapes and the frescoes in their entirety. By the summer of 1941, architectural restoration works were almost completed by the time the war broke out. The temple turned out to be on the front line and was subjected to bombing and shell fire by German troops. After the war, a special commission announced that it was irreparably lost, and in 1955 its ruins were conserved. In 1993, Novgorod restorers commenced work. The walls and pillars survived to a height from 2 to 4 meters, and, at their lower levels, about 40 square meters of murals were discovered. A major part of the frescoes crumbled into brittle fragments and was buried under the debris that was cleared away by the end of 2001. An unusual find, a brick of this 14th century with the image of a sailing boat with 3 warriors in it, was met by the restorers as a greeting from the depths of the centuries. In 2003, the church was restored with the financial support of the Federal Republic of Germany. The work aimed at the recovery of gorgeous compositions from their fragments continues. Up to date, some of them having already been returned to the temple. Architecture of the church. The Church of the Dormition in the Volotovo field is built of boulders, local chipped plates, and large bricks. A distinctive feature of the masonry is its accuracy, which is not typical of Novgorod. The plan of the church is close to a square, with the side about 7 meters. In the eastern part, there is a low-rise but impressive apse. In the north and west, there are vaulted porches. The temple has a variously shaped roof, providing a gradual transition from the cubic volume of the main body of the building to a wide cylindrical drum and helmet-like dome. In Novgorod, such churches date back to the turn of the 12th and 13th centuries and were used even in the 15th century. The Volotovo Church
Sample complete. Ready to continue?